Hello and welcome to the visual project documentation. And like I know that we didn't have to do, like a video to document the process. We took the constructed artifact, but there are many bits where you can easily miss when you're documenting it with words. But like I don't think I miss anything. But it's nice to have it visually, and just in case if I did miss something out, it will be shown here. And our documentation will begin in ZBrush, my old friend. And I'm gonna talk you through how I created the sequence animations. And I'm just gonna load up the Z tool, in other words, the file. And grab my USB disk. Yep, here it is. Give that a couple of seconds to load up. And it should be coming up. There we go. And it's gonna hit not too close. Press T. It is gonna stuck it because it is a high poly model. And you can see here, right here, has over 4 million points, which is quite a lot. If you were in another 3D program, the program would have crashed already. But we're in ZBrush, and what I want to talk about is how I made the sequence and my animations. I'm going to keep this short because it does take a while to like upload the videos on YouTube, and Camera Studio does store a lot of it does like like export as a really big file format, so you gotta be careful with that. And how I basically made the movie was I used the movie panel, and I most of the adjustments were done in this modifier section, in this modifiers drop down menu. And since I want my animation to be not so quick, I want it to be smooth, so I changed the FPS to 14 and bring back that window. And basically you each time you wanted to animate, um, you decide how many cycles you want. So if you do 4 cycles, it's going to spin 4 times, and depending on what axis you press, it's going to spin accordingly. And when you press both of them, you get different kind of spins. And when you are happy with the settings, you basically press turnable, and it will basically play that. That will take 10-15 minutes depending on how many spins you have, and also on your FPS. And in my case, it would take a bit because I did lower the FPS. And oh yeah, you need to click that as well. And each time you do a turnable, it's gonna add on to that animation. And that's how I got the sequence animation. But I had to maintain the position, so it was here. I would keep it there, even if it's in a really odd position. I had to maintain it, and then I had to keep on doing it, really. And with this kind of procedure, I actually achieved some really interesting animation. But more importantly, I created the illusion of interaction, as if you can really interact with it properly. But obviously, I was trying to fake that. And then after I did that, I went into After Effects. Hopefully it opens up. And it doesn't want to. No, it's going to. So I'll open up the footage here. Yeah. And basically what I did was I had I took a snapshot of my level and added some of my screens there. And basically what I did was I embedded my video in there. I'm just gonna open this one. And in my project documentation, I did mention that there was an issue I came across, and I'm gonna talk about that. I was trying to duplicate the videos, but my system crashed because I think one video file was nearly 150 megs. When I had 3 videos to process, when it was exporting, it was taking much longer. And as you can see, this is a video that has 3 videos, and this is having a hard time to open as well. And it doesn't want to open. And that's another issue as well. There were a few times when it just didn't want to open because the file was very huge. It's the price you have for having 3 videos, but I'm gonna open the other one I had instead. Yeah, let that load. And basically what I had here was I embedded the video using the Bezier Warp tool, and basically I had a video here and I had a video here. But what happened was when I was exporting it, it took too long, and then it looped back and it went to back frame, and then it was taking far too long, so I had to stick to one video here. And like the interaction still worked really well. And if you go into Flash, back. It's 3D Hybrid Design 2, and yes, Experiment 5. Hopefully this one takes so long to open. And yes, it's opening. And basically what I did to achieve the illusion of interaction here was, obviously in the beginning I did create a bit of a story just to give the artifact a bit more meaning. And I thought it worked really well. And basically I just wanted to quickly show you how I basically imported the video here really. And if we go to frame 90 here, yeah, this was imported as a movie clip, and I attached the code onto the movie clip. And here I have a stop sign, so it's gonna, according to my mouse movement, it's going to rotate that or animate that accordingly. And since these are sequential animations, and it's maintaining that position, it looks like you're actually interacting with the video. And also the sounds were embedded as well in the timeline. But there's also sound embedded in a separate timeline, so I could get it to loop as well. And that's really how I done my artifact. Really. Did take a while, but the end result was quite worth it. And that's basically what I wanted to talk about. Take care, and that should wrap up assignment 2. Take care.